Hello, everyone. Welcome and good evening. Just going to adjust my camera here for a second. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that, everyone, as this was a last minute here casting call. But good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing? It is once again your Shoutcaster, DeadlyDrew here. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's having a fine evening this Friday evening, November 7th. Can't believe we're in November and already getting closer and closer to Christmas. But how's everyone doing? Welcome back to the Post University's eSport channel here, their main channel. And tonight we have an incredible matchup for you tonight. This is a great matchup. It's Overwatch 2 collegiate action, Post University versus United States Naval Academy. Post University coming into this NECC Week 7 6-0, looking for that clean 7-0 win category to solidify their top place in this division. Also, the United States Naval Academy is looking for their first official win. They did have a last week they had a forfeit. So that was their one win, but they're actually looking for their first true in-game win. So, United States Naval Academy versus Post University. This is going to be a good one here, folks. Stay tuned here. I'm going to bring you guys a little bit of the lineup info and some behind-the-scenes info as well here. Just going to pull it up real quick, so give me a second on that. So, here we go. Coming into this NECC Week 7 matchup, Post University Eagles versus the United States Naval Academy. Posts are the heavy favorite tonight, coming in at a clean 6-0 on the season, as already stated. Clean 6-0 in the season of NECC. And the U.S. Naval Academy is at the bottom of the standings right now at only 1-5. The only win was a forfeit win, so they are looking for their first official win. And one of Post University's DPS players, Chewy, will not be available tonight. So Vero, who is usually on the Kiriko and playing the healing roles for Post University, will be role swapping to DPS and will also be doing support tonight. So a little bit of both. So it'll be interesting to see how Vero can step into the shoes of Chewy and see how the DPS is played tonight. See what her favorite DPS picks are and how Post University integrates with her DPS playstyle. So should be a really good matchup as far as that goes. And as far as the supports tonight, Jojo and KingJackson will be on support for Post University. So a little behind-the-scenes info for you folks out there. So it'll be interesting. Post University definitely the favorite tonight, but anything can happen, as you know, in these eSport matchups. And U.S. Naval Academy is very hungry for another win here. And especially to get a win against a 6-0 team would be massive for their egos. So coming into tonight, we will see who is the better team, who pulls out the better strats, and who is more organized. Post University has a great track record, 6-0, but United States Naval Academy would love to spoil that record. Post University trying to enter the playoffs with a nice 7-0 record. Can they do it? It'll be interesting to find out. And now into the lineups here, ladies and gentlemen. Going to get right into the lineup. So, for Post University, we have starting at player number one, Vero, which will be, as discussed, on DPS tonight. Very interesting. Number 2, we have Moridin. Number 3, Celestial Joe. Number 4, MultiKel. Number 5, King. Number 6, Wildfire. Number 7, Spencer733. Number 8, Chloa. Number 9, Moochpaws. And the player that is number 10 will be absent tonight, Chewy. Very favorited player for Post University on the DPS. I know they will miss him dearly tonight. But hopefully Vero can step up and fill those shoes tonight. Looking forward to seeing her play on DPS. For University, the United States, I always think it's a university because of the esports logos, but this is the United States Naval Academy here, folks, and they are player number 1, Cracker Nuts, player number 2, Dan1804, player number 3, Numdoc, player number 5, Blink, player number 6, Vimiq, player number 7, Mio Hoy, and player number 8, Acrylic. Post University is being led by Coach Vero and Coach Frosty, alongside Coach Denny as manager, and United States Naval Academy's coaches and managers are as followed: Numdoc Sen and Rich 13. And those are your starting lineups and behind-the-scenes information tonight. Have a great matchup for you tonight. I almost said ECAC. NECC Overwatch, Week 7, Post-University versus United States Naval Academy, coming up right after this short break. Players are in lobby. Map pick and character bans are coming up as well right after this short BRB break. So stay with us. Your Shoutcaster DeadlyDrew here, getting everyone ready for an incredible NECC Week 7 matchup between Post-University and United States Naval Academy here on Overwatch 2. Stay with us. Be right back. Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're going to keep the music on. Let me know if I need to turn it down a little bit in chat, but it seems to be okay for now. How's everyone doing? Your Shoutcaster DeadlyDrew here, and we are here with some NECC Week 7 action, Post-University, trying to chase the clean slate of 7-0 here, but they have to beat United States Naval Academy to do it, and United States Naval Academy, definitely the underdogs, but would love to play upset here this evening. So we are almost underway here with our first map of our best of 5 this evening. And coming at you right now is your map pick for Post-University, starting out with the map pick tonight. And can you guess it? Well, here's your answer. Samoa. As Post-University, if you've been paying attention for the last few weeks, has been absolutely dominant on Samoa. So no big surprise there that they are picking Samoa for their first map, as they have been extremely strong and dominant on that map. And for the United States Naval Academy, it looks like they are going to ban May off the rip. Oh, Chewy's favorite, but Chewy's not around this evening, so that may be a streak of luck for Post-University with that ban. So United States Naval Academy with the May ban, and Frosty is, for Post-University coach Frosty, it looks like Post-University is going to be banning the Juno. No Juno for Post-University, banning Juno. Asking if caster is R. I am indeed R. Just going to type that in chat real quick. And we are about to be underway here on Samoa, Map 1, NECC, Week 7, Post-University versus United States Naval Academy. Let's get into it. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, on Samoa. Map already paused. What a shame. Looks like someone may have some disconnect or connection issues. Oh, and they forgot to ban heroes in game chat. Okay, interesting. So it looks like they're just going to use the gentleman's agreement to not play the heroes. But those are the bans. Oh, and it looks like they are going to just reload the map here. So, all right, here we go on Samoa. Post-University's map pick, week number 7, NECC matchup here between the Eagles and the United States Naval Academy. Post-University coming into this game as the top dog in the NECC Group B division here. And we'll see if they can make it a 7-0 streak going right into the playoffs. A flawless regular season is on the horizon for Post-University for the Eagles if they can just win this best of 5 between the United States Naval Academy. But they're not going to go down easily.
What'd you think?
And this looks like a good matchup at hand here. So let's see what the selections are here for both teams. United States Naval Academy is going to go with the Soldier 76, the Symmetra, the Hammond, the Lifeweaver, and the Brigitte. Very interesting composition for them. Going to be a quick engage, quick in and out poke composition for the United States Naval Academy. And for Post-University, we've got KingJackson on the Lucio, Jojo on the Kiriko, MultiKel, of course, the main tank for Post-University, the third DPS player, MultiKel, already finding one pick as Post-University. Vero on the Symmetra, and Moridin on the Bastion. Post-University underway here, grabbing that first cap on Samoa. They know this map well, they know the positions, they know where the poke damage is going to come from, and where they can hold off these choke points. Seems like the United States Naval Academy is already falling right into post traps here, and their plays, their symmetric traps, and their positional plays here, as they're doing a nice job of just staying on point and avoiding any sort of poke damage being thrown their way from the United States Naval Academy. Trying to go in is the Hammond Pet player, the Pikachu for US Naval Academy, but getting picked off is Numdoc. And Post-University, Moridin finding 2 quick picks with the Bastion. Post-University already up 45%. My goodness, these points do tick quickly. It's based off a per-second percentage system. So already 53% on the clock for Post-University, halfway to their first round Map 1 victory. Let's see if they can keep it going, or if US Naval Academy now is going to start pushing. Ults almost in the pocket of the hands of Post-University. Here comes the first tactical advisor from Blink here. Players falling left and right. MultiKel finding a pick there. MultiKel finding 2. Pikachu on the Hammond for US Naval Academy finding 1. Post-University still in control at this point. Not many ults have gone down. Post-University not feeling too much pressure. Doesn't feel like they need to commit to this. They're just holding the point, using those Symmetra turrets. Playing the middle of the point, positioning back and forth. Vero doing a very nice job on the Symmetra. Positioning herself back and forth here, doing big poke damage, setting up turrets, being very active using Symmetra's utility. But the Pikachu with 3 quick picks on the Hammond, and Blink there for US Naval Academy to clean it up at 99%. Post-University only needing 1 more win in the team fight here to grab that extra percent, and it will be their round. On board here with the Pikachu for US Naval Academy. On board with the Hammond, found himself a triple kill right there. Can he do some more damage to Post University's backline? Post University playing very well positionally, just rolling around in a death ball, staying together. But now Post University on the receiving end of the Symmetra turrets, doing a good job trying to rotate around point. But the Pikachu here on Hammond doing some big damage to Post University's backline. Also clearing Symmetra utility. Moridin going to Bastion ult here, but getting quickly picked off is the opposition's Bastion for US Naval Academy. Blink gonna call in a Bastion ult of his own. Not finding anything though. Numdoc found one on the Symmetra for US Naval Academy. US Naval Academy now 56%. Post University going to have to regroup here, vying not to use their ultimates and save for this last team fight. It seems like this point on Samoa, round 1, is going to come down to one team fight here. Pikachu on the Hammond doing a great job of clearing utility. An annoying tank like that that's constantly clearing your Symmetra turrets greatly devalues Symmetra's, well, overall value to her team. Link finding one on Post University. Early pick for US Naval Academy here. All out ults coming out. 2 to 3 to 4 ults. Jojo getting her Kitsune out right before going down. Post University now in a rough position. Going to have to rely on MultiKel to find picks here. But the Lifeweaver tree is out. Lifeweaver ult is out for United States Naval Academy, and they have flipped this point from a 0 to 99 all the way back to a 199. United States Naval Academy with a great comeback push there, and able to claim round 1 here of map 1 on Samoa. Post University's map pick. That one's got to sting a little bit for Post University, as it looks like they were in the driver's wheel there, had the driver's wheel and in control of the first round here, but that's how quickly things can change in Overwatch. One quick little play, one mismanaged used ult, one quick pick can lead to an absolute snowball. So let's see if Post University can bring it back here and tie this up on their map pick, or risk being down 1-0 in this best of 5 NECC Week 7 matchup. On board with MultiKel, Post University's main tank, big source of damage, third DPS player, as I like to call him. The absolute power of Ramatra, just do absolute pummeling damage, while also having a Reinhardt, placeable Reinhardt shield basically. And being able to just bunker up and take damage like that. MultiKel doing a great job holding the front line for his team, but unfortunately the back line is getting picked. And KingJackson and Vero going to have to pull off this point. They were able to grab the cap, which is good. Finding 7% there could be the difference between a win or a loss. But Post University now going to have to regroup, find a way to deal with United States Naval Academy's own Symmetra and the Hammond that seems to be clearing out Post University's utility a lot quicker than MultiKel can clear out the opposition Symmetra's utility. It's a game of clearing utility here, especially when there's 2 Symmetras in play. And it seems like United States Naval Academy is doing a better job of clearing the utility and putting a lot more pressure on the Eagles. United States Naval Academy running the car wash with the Symmetra turrets. Post University walking right into it, and it's back to the drawing board here with 45% left. 45% in United States Naval Academy's favor. Can Post University avoid this Hammond ult? Seems like it's going to be coming. Kiriko ult coming out. Double healer ult for Post University used. United States Naval Academy, a lot of ults in pocket as well. But it doesn't look like they're going to challenge Post University's main ult push here. And they're just going to vie to regroup here. A Krilico on the Kiriko, getting ready for her team to regroup. Their team to regroup. Post University doing a good job of just holding the choke point at the moment. We'll see who commits first here with the ults. Both team has at least 3 ults in pocket. US Naval Academy definitely has the greater ult pool at the moment, with every player for US Naval Academy having an ult in their pocket to use. Post University unfortunately had some bad timing with ults there, maybe a miscommunication, and both healers ulted at the same time. So Post University here has DPS ult, has tank ult, but no healer ults. So positioning is going to be key here for Post to spread out. And here comes the first ult, led by the Kiriko for US Naval Academy. Vero finding one with the Deadeye on the Cassidy. Pikachu on the Hammond finding Jojo on the Kiriko. Picks are even. Area denied by the Hammond ult. And finding one of those Hammond balls is KingJackson, unfortunately, for the Eagles. Down a healer here. No joy for Moridin on the Bastion ult. Finding one now is Moridin. Can he find 2? Moridin, big pop-off potential here on the Bastion. Finds 2. Post University now, 95%. But ultimately, after all those ults, they find themselves one team fight away from this round victory and recapping the point. But United States Naval Academy, again, in control of this point. And it's going to come down to one team fight again here. Oh, and Moridin with a beautiful grenade headshot there from the Bastion. Grenade launcher headshot onto one of the healers of United States Naval Academy. And 2 picks now coming in from Moridin. Big DPS plays on the Bastion from Moridin here. Reinforced now by KingJackson's Lucio beat. It's coming down to one fight here. Post University winning the DPS battle, finding picks. 2 picks Post University's way, 99%, reinforced by the Bastion of Moridin. And that will do it. Post University. We've got ourselves close percentage wins here, folks, for both teams. Post University, 1% win. And before that, it was United States Naval Academy getting 1% on Post University. So now we are here on round number 3 of map number 1, NECC week 7, Eagles versus United States Naval Academy. Good game here. 1% on each round has split the difference between these teams. So it'll be interesting to see if there's any composition changes. Both teams sticking to their guns, thinking that this win is theirs if they stick to their plays. But who will be the first to make that swap if things go wrong? On board Hammond here for United States Naval Academy. Finding one is Numdoc with the help of the Hammond for United States Naval Academy. Pikachu in the back lines being assisted now by his Bastion player, Blink. Looks like Post University here is going to have to back up. Still trying to play aggressive, but now the team wipe coming in. And United States Naval Academy will get this first cap here.
Windborn.
On round number 3, map 1. Post University now going to have to regroup. 10 seconds already gone by, 10% for United States Naval Academy. Post University seems like figuring out which way they want to push this and take this fight at the moment. But it is costing them percentage time here, being slower than normal. They are usually very quick to the point, but they're trying to take this engagement carefully. Make sure they come out on top of this one. Staying together nicely is Post University. Finding one is Vero on the Cassidy. Finding one back is Blink for United States Naval Academy. Doing a good job on holding the choke point is United States Naval Academy, but Post University's DPS players putting in the work here. And it looks like they're going to come out on top of this fight. it was a back and forth pick kind of fight. But Post University grabbing that point cap. Now they will start grabbing percentage of their own in this round 3 NECC Week 7 matchup here. Trying to go 7-0 on the regular season, these Eagles. Can they get it done here? And this is a nice play by the Eagles, trying to bait the Naval Academy here. United States Naval Academy into a bad choke point. And able to get a few picks off that was Post University, and now United States Naval Academy is on the slow regrouping here and trying to figure out which way now they want to engage this fight on Samoa Map 3. MultiKel doing a good job of holding this choke point, not letting United States Naval Academy get any sort of momentum here, and just pushing the choke point now is Post University. All bodies in. Lifeweaver ult comes out for United States Naval Academy, but it's not on the point. It's not where they need to be to capture to win this game. So Post University is more than happy to just let them use their ults back there. And MultiKel finding a massive pick with 80% in the bank for Post University. Down 1-0 in this round 3 matchup. Now coming back. Will they make it a 2-1 victory here on map 1? 5% left for Post University, and they can do it. Hammond ult is on point for United States Naval Academy. So Post University has to be careful about where they step positionally, and Moridin and MultiKel cleaning up 2, and it looks like MultiKel will get the 3rd on the Lifeweaver here, and now United States Naval Academy just funneling into point 1 by 1. Post University had a little bit of a scare there on their own map, going down 1-0, but they bring it back, and it is now 2-1 Post University with the win there. Nice job to the Eagles on map number 1 here. Samoa, their map pick, and they get it done. So Post University now up 1-0. Just going to update the score real quick. Nice play by the Pikachu on the Hammond there. Very aggressive Hammond player. Like to see that. Getting him to the back line. And getting some big picks and helping his team out. But unfortunately not enough. As United States Naval Academy able to get that. And I just noticed right now, my apologies here folks, I have to switch this up. Because I believe, yes, in game it is different. So give me 1 sec, just gonna roll some music here. And I just need to switch this up, as I can already tell this is off on my OBS. So just give me 1 second and we'll be right back with a quick recap of that game, and we will give you your map pick and character bans for round number 2. Post University up 1-0. Stay with us. We'll be right back. All right, folks, we are back. Your Shoutcaster, DeadlyDrew here, post-university, with a comeback win on their own map there on Samoa. And here we go, post-university with the Hammond ban. For post-university, the Hammond ban is their character ban, and for United States Naval Academy, it is going to be Eichenwald map pick. Just turn the music off here, apologies. Turn it down, should I say. There we go. All right, so here we are in Germany on the beautiful Eichenwald. And let me just check that other ban here for you. Sorry about that. Post University bans ball.
Ready for battle.
And I do not see, oh, there. Nope, I do not see a ban for the United States Naval Academy. Interesting. Post University did post their ban. I'm not sure where United States Naval Academy is on their ban. Let me just ask real quick. I'm not sure who United States Naval Academy has banned as far as characters. Ah, Cassidy. Okay, United States Naval Academy has banned Cassidy. Post University has banned the Hammond. Here we are on Eichenwald, NECC Week 7. Map number 2, Post University with a 1-0 lead here in this best of 5. Looking for a 7-0, 7-0 clean, unbeaten regular season finish here. They've already got one. All they need is 2 more wins here to get that and seed themselves as the number 1 in their group for the NECC playoffs. MultiKel on the hazard here. Nice rock wall there to prevent a lot of poke damage from the Sigma of United States Naval Academy. United States Naval Academy now going to rotate around and challenge MultiKel, who's getting extremely low, but able to play a good choke point here is Post University and being very disciplined with their positioning. Seeing a lot of low DPS characters, but not jumping at the opportunity. Because that is what United States Naval Academy is trying to bait Post into. Jojo now on the Kiriko, doing a good job of keeping their tanks alive and DPS, trying to manage both. But here comes the Hanzo all here. Finding 1 is Moridin on the May. Finding 2, the Pikachu onto KingJackson. And now United States Naval Academy, all of a sudden the picks come in and the Pikachu with 3 kills on the Sigma. Cleaning up the Eagles there after a valiant 1.5-minute hold. But United States Naval Academy nonetheless has control of the payload now and are moving on Eichenwald. They have 2 capture points to get to with this payload. Post University trying to hold the line here. Numdoc already finding 1 Hanzo ult. Finding some picks with that Hanzo ult and giving his team a big entry there into the first point. Now on second point here, it is Blink finding the headshot onto Vero on the Echo. Numdoc looking for more here on the Hanzo. Finds another is Numdoc. Pikachu cleaning up another as well. Post University on the retreat here. Has to regroup. And this is a best spot as ever to do it. Especially on point 2 here of Eichenwald, trying to hold the bridge. So Post University definitely wants to get a regroup in here before they challenge this point again. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Good regroup by Post University. Moridin finding the pick onto United States Naval Academy's main tank. Moridin finding another on the May. Getting aggressive here is Post University. Now back in control of the payload. Still being moved, though, by United States Naval Academy. Now Post is going to try to cut that out, which they do right away. Moridin and MultiKel. I've said it twice this match so far, and I'll say it again. MultiKel, a tank player that is also a DPS.
I knew you'd have my back.
Third DPS player here for Post University. Has really, really helped enable his DPS players as far as being a tank player. Enabling his DPS players to just grab a lot of more picks. In he goes with the Nano boost here onto MultiKel. Why would you give it to 2 DPS when you could give it to MultiKel? Has ult in pocket. Post University, 2 ults in pocket. United States Naval Academy's 3. But off the edge there is Numdoc on the Hanzo. He said, see you later. Time to reset the fight. United States Naval Academy has half of their foot in on this push and half of their foot out, it seems like. Post University maybe with an overcommit here. As finding the picks is United States Naval Academy. Blink finding 1, Pikachu finding 2 on the Sigma, and now all of a sudden Post University on the retreat. Seemed like they had point 2 there in their control. But maybe getting a little too aggressive in that team fight was Post, chasing some picks that they didn't need to chase. And unfortunately for the Eagles, they are going to have to fall back here and hold the 3rd point. Taking a lot of damage are the Eagles in retreat here. Able to heal him up is Jojo on the Kiriko. Oh, almost in pocket for Jojo. I'm guessing she's going to use it right out of the gate as Post University is being pressured hard here. 3 players on critical health for Jojo. The Hanzo arrow finds 1 onto KingJackson and a player in the background. And yes, comes right out. But here comes the dueling dragons, dancing dragons for Hanzo as well. Dragon Strike coming out for Hanzo. Finding no one there. Post University doing a good job to avoid it, but then this Sigma ult cleaning up 3 again. That is Pikachu's second triple kill of this game on the Sigma. So Post University here, no changes, going to come out and just re-challenge this fight, trying to take it away from United States Naval Academy. They have to hold with 2 minutes and 10 seconds still on the clock. Really want to try to bleed some of this bank time out from United States Naval Academy. Can they do it? Is the Pikachu right now on the Sigma is just going in, playing extremely aggressive, and why not? Has his Lucio player and Anna player right behind him. KingJackson getting picked. May ult coming in from Moridin there. And finding 1 is Moridin onto the Hanzo, but is it going to be enough? Post University in full stall mode. Moridin finding 2 on the May. Finding another pick is Jojo on the Kiriko. Really nice kunai knife pick to the Lucio player. And Post University holding it just on the brink of being captured. They managed to regroup and bleed some time off from United States Naval Academy from trying to get this 3rd cap here on Eichenwald. As far as ult economy goes, Post University 1 in pocket at the moment. Now 2 with Jojo. Ult in pocket for Jojo here on the Kiriko. Could be a game-saving play here. And the ult comes out from Jojo, but unfortunately, the Hanzo ult finding Post University before Kiriko ult could come out and give them a boost there. So, Post University going to have to back up here. Only 1 on the stall is MultiKel as Moridin falls. MultiKel falls. On the Venture is Vero. Great stall by Vero on the Venture. Still bleeding time off it, trying to get it to overtime at least. But it looks like Post University going to have to settle for 16 seconds. Full capture by United States Naval Academy there.
Score 0-3.
A good defensive effort by Post University. But unfortunately, United States Naval Academy, unfortunately for Post, United States Naval Academy finding their way all the way to the 3rd point capture there. So now it is up to the Eagles to push it all the way to the 3rd capture point as well. Will they be able to do it and go up 2-0 here on map 2 in this NECC Week 7 matchup here? Eagles versus United States Naval Academy. Eagles had a comeback victory on their map pick Samoa, now on Eichenwald, which is the United States Naval Academy's pick.
Of yours could probably be much lighter.
Of course, they are delightfully distracting.
Seems like United States Naval Academy going to bring out the Junkrat here.
Don't forget that.
And other than that, they are staying with the Ash for the poke damage. Post University swapping up their composition. Jojo on the Baptiste here. MultiKel on the Zarya. Moridin swapping the Mei for the Symmetra, and Vero back on, or Vero now on the Bastion. So an interesting composition for both teams here. A little bit of poke, a little bit of utility. And Post University not wasting any time trying to catch United States Naval Academy off guard with a quick push. And I think they did just that, as they do have the positional control right now. Post University needs to not be too aggressive here and just hold their capture point, which they do. An absolutely insane first point capture by Post University. And a quick team kill at that as well. Lucio said it there, and you can say it again there, my beatboxing friend. Perfect harmony as Post University with a very quick first point capture. Definitely setting the tone here for their attack. Moridin finding one on the Symmetra. Post University not letting their foot off the gas here, trying to clear as much space for their payload cart pusher as possible, which I believe at the moment is the Baptiste for Post University. Let's see who is watching the car, and it is the Baptiste. So Post University moving this payload along here. Setting, at the moment, setting a much better time than United States Naval Academy. That first quick point Symmetra cap there paying big dividends right now for Post, especially saving them a lot of bank time on the clock. United States Naval Academy trying to just hold Post at this choke point. But unfortunately, this strategy from Post, or fortunately for Post University, this strategy is working great as they're taking the eyes off United States Naval Academy entirely. And just like that, one after another, Post University just brings the payload right up to the second capture point. And United States Naval Academy falls right over. So a nice little bait and swap play there from Post University. And they are now getting this third capture, getting very close to the third capture point already with 5 minutes and 47 on the clock. Post University is just not stopping here, folks. And a nice Graviton Surge there from MultiKel. Can he clean up one? Finding one. MultiKel finding two, mixed up with the Bastion ult there from Vero. Combined with the Bastion ult, I should say, of Vero. Finding 2, 3, 4 for Moridin there on the Symmetra. And United States Naval Academy is heading for the hills as Post University just came out to set the time here, and setting the time they did. 6 minutes in the bank for Post University. The Eagles are soaring right now on Eichenwald.
Switching sides.
So Post University has 6 minutes banked in the clock to United States Naval Academy's 1 minute. Both teams successfully captured all 3 points, but Post University did it with absolute style and absolute grace, as it started with a quick Symmetra portal into a snowball of a second point, into a great little bait and swap of a second point, may I add, with that nice little Zarya play, taking the eyes off United States Naval Academy and their focus off the payload there, capping the second point, and then Post University. Just good ult management there at the end with the nice Zarya Graviton Surge to find that third cap. And all of a sudden, this game is extremely lopsided, but not over yet again. Post University looking for that 7-0 clean finish, flawless finish for their regular season here.
5, 4,
Up 1-0 in this best of 5. And 6 minutes in the bank here. 3-3 score on Eichenwald. Can Post University find their second win of this series. MultiKel on the Zarya, Moridin on the Mei, Vero on the Moridin, or Vero on the Torbjorn, excuse me. Post University vying for the choke point hold strategy right now. But finding one headshot pick is Acrylic on the Zenyatta there. Finding two is Blink on the Ash for United States Naval Academy. And all of a sudden, with only 17 seconds remaining, Post University is going to start getting snowballed here. And with 10 seconds left, United States Naval Academy will at least find the first point capture in overtime.
Protect the objective.
Objective over.
And now United States Naval Academy has to stay on the point. At least have one body on the point here, or risk the time running out in overtime. So Post University, I'm guessing they're going to look to play this very aggressively here, put their foot on the gas and get them off, and get United States Naval Academy off the payload as quickly as possible. Post University doing a good job of staying grouped up. No ults in pocket yet for either team here. Blink getting very close to a Bob ult, though. Post University needs to get aggressive now before that Bob comes out. And a C9 play there from MultiKel, I believe. He used his Zarya boop and booped them off the point, and it was a C9 from United States Naval Academy there. C9 terms as in they just got off the point without any pressure or without losing any players. So a bit of luck there for Post University, as United States Naval Academy had control, had an ult coming up from a DPS from Blink, their DPS player on Ash, but no one was on the point, and the overtime ran out. The overtime clock ran out. So now Post University, with 6 minutes in the bank, still have to capture this first point and push the payload about 5 or 10 meters out of the gate. Post University now in the driver's seat here. Can they complete this match on Eichenwald? Win it in their favor, and be one step closer to a flawless regular season here. These Eagles have been soaring in this NECC Group B, Division Group B, Division, I believe, Division 9. But regardless, a 7-0 flawless season. Regular season, getting that #1 seed is what these Eagles are looking for right now. Post pushing in quick again, but not as quick as last time with the Symmetra portal. They're vying to just walk it in now. Picks going back and forth here. Moridin finding one on the Symmetra. Moridin finding two on the Symmetra, and that is going to be a quick team kill as Post University cleans that one up. Toot sweet there. And we will see now if Post University can finish this. With 5 minutes left to go, I'm going to imagine it's going to be hard for them not to finish this with the momentum that they already have from this push. But you never know. United States Naval Academy is going to try here to hold the line, try to hold this under the bridge choke point here. And KingJackson, in some danger, has to back up, but does get out safely. Post University not taking their foot off the gas once again, as the Baptiste in the back line just pushing the payload. Someone from United States Naval Academy has to touch that point or it's GG, and it is GG for Post University there as they win this second map of this best of 3 NECC Week 7
Play of the game.
matchup here between United States Naval Academy, and Post is now up 2-0 here, folks. A nice quick push from Post University. And an unfortunate C9 play for United States Naval Academy, as they were in this game all the way until, unfortunately, that play right there cost them their push. So we're just going to change the score up here and make sure that is updated. So give me 1 second, then we'll jump back into this caster stream here. There we go. So Post University now up 2-0 in this NECC Week 7 matchup between United States Naval Academy. They need one more map win here to make it a flawless regular season for the Eagles and gain that #1 seed going into the NECC Overwatch 2 collegiate playoffs. Hope everyone is having an excellent evening in chat here. And this has been quite a matchup for this Week 7, quite a matchup for this Friday evening. Looking very much forward to how this one finishes, whether it is a comeback from United States Naval Academy or a clean 3-0 sweep from the Eagles. We will have to see. But Eagles are definitely in the driver's seat right now, and we will come right back here with map number 3 coming up, and I will be back to let you guys know the map pick and character bans. So stay tuned for map number 3, Post University up 2-0 in this NECC Week 7 matchup. Can they finish it off and get a flawless season right here on whichever, I'm not sure which map it's going to be. Have they announced it? Nope. So you'll just have to stay tuned and find out. See you guys soon. All right, and we are back. Glad to see the chat's active. Hope everyone's doing well. And here we are, NECC Week number 7 matchup, Post University versus the United States Naval Academy. Post University is up 2-0 in this best of 5 series. Here are your map pick and character bans for map number 3. United States Naval Academy is going to pick Esperanza as their map. So we are going to Esperanza as the map pick, and Post University is going to ban Anna, and United States Naval Academy is going to ban Symmetra. So Symmetra and Anna are banned for map 3 here on Esperanza. And here we go, just letting them know that I myself am ready. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. I gotta make sure I tab over before I type in the Overwatch chat here. All right, we are good to go. Just Waiting for everyone to type ready. I am ready. Hope you guys are ready, because we are about to get into this map number 3. Post University, once again, looking for that flawless regular season here, and they only need one more map to do it. So let's see if they can. Here we go. Map number 3, Post University versus United States Naval Academy. Overwatch 2, collegiate action. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, on Esperanza.
Initiating match.
It is a game of tug of war between this big old robot here. I don't think he actually has a name. I was just wondering if he has a name. That's my question, my Overwatch question to chat tonight. Does this robot have a name? Because I don't think they ever named him, which is a shame. He should have a name. We'll just call him Bot. Big Bot. Alright, anyways. On Esperanza, Post University here. NECC Week 7 matchup between United States Naval Academy. Post up 2 maps to nothing. Looking to make it a clean sweep in this match and a clean sweep in the regular season. Let's see if they can do it. Let's see what compositions are coming out of the gate first. We've got the Mythic Reaper skin for Moridin on Post University. We've got Vero on the Cassidy. MultiKel on the Zarya. Jojo on the Juno. KingJackson on his favorite, the Lucio. And for United States Naval Academy, Blink bringing out the Ashe again. Numdoc now on the Mei. Pikachu back on the Hammond. Dangerous Hammond player in that first map. We'll see if that pays dividends. Cracker Nuts on the Brigitte and Acrylico on the Lucio. So here we go. Seems like United States Naval Academy stepping up to the robot here first, trying to get aggressive. But Post University, once they get going, it's hard for them to stop. And I imagine Post University here going to keep their foot on the gas during this push. And they did just that, but United States Naval Academy getting that pick right back on to MultiKel. Big pick for United States Naval Academy here to start off this push on Esperanza here. And one by one, Post University players falling. And that will be the first cap and first push for United States Naval Academy here. Post University now going to have to regroup. We'll tune in to MultiKel on the Zarya here. Already getting bumped around by the Pikachu on the Hammond. He is a cute but annoying little hamster. Always trying to poke your backline and take your healers out of the fight. So Post University and the Mei wall as well. Post University ignoring both and just going straight for Blink on the Ashe there, and KingJackson finding that pit. Post University now trying to take control of this robot. Moridin with the double pick there on the Reaper. Vero putting in some shots onto the Hammond player, the Pikachu for United States Naval Academy, but they're going to have to back up, and Post University is going to take control now of this robot, and this is their first push here. Let's see how this one goes. United States Naval Academy almost pushed it to the first checkpoint. Let's see if Post University can push it farther here, or will they end up just about at the same before this second official team fight of the game is over here. Area denied there by the Hammond. Ult's coming out for Post University. KingJackson able to get his Lucio ult out and barrier out to protect Post there, but it's not enough as the pressure from United States Naval Academy. All of them are grouped up right now. Good team effort from United States Naval Academy. Trying all at once to deal with a full charge Zarya, and it takes everyone from them to deal with a full charged MultiKel on Zarya. Full charge Zarya is a very scary, scary thing. MultiKel might have been better there trying to pull out of that fight to save some of his charge. Was on 99, because it does take a while for Zarya to get her charge all the way back to 99. So Post University now. Couple ults in pocket. Let's see how they use them here and how effective they are to deny US Naval Academy this push around the corner here. And what would be known as probably the first real choke point of Esperanza. This push.
Let's move.
And a nice Reaper ult. Again, I'm sorry, Moridin. I keep missing your Reaper ults here. But finding big ults, nonetheless, is Moridin on the Reaper for Post University and giving them control of the robot with still 2 ults in pocket. With still 2 ults in their pocket. Excuse me. And only 1 in United States Naval Academy's pocket, with Numdoc, the May player, having 1. And now, coming up on a second, is Acrylic ult for the Lucio ult. Post University having a little bit better of an ult economy here going into this next team fight. That's not going to stop Hammond player, the Pikachu, from getting into the backline of Post University and trying to cause chaos. Lucio ult coming out for United States Naval Academy there. Graviton Surge coming in, but not getting much out of it, was MultiKel there, but finding a pick on the May player regardless after the May player had already picked Vero. Both teams 4-on-4 here. MultiKel finding some big damage on this Zarya with full charge. Zarya, very scary with full charge. Very easily two-shot a DPS player. MultiKel choosing the smarter play this time rather than to get it too aggressive. But oh, the beam by MultiKel just melting United States Naval Academy's player Blink there. Brigitte ult coming in from United States Naval Academy. Post University having to back up now. Good Brigitte ult there from Cracker Nuts. And that's going to be a full robot capture there past the first checkpoint for United States Naval Academy. Cracker Nuts here on the Brigitte, rallying their team, able to put Post University all the way back in their spawn. But that doesn't keep them down for long, as Post University already out on the attack again. Cassidy ult comes in from Vero, but not able to find anyone, but reinforced now by KingJackson ult as everyone's critical on Post University here. Post University finding 3 off that KingJackson ult. MultiKel finding 2. Nice sound barrier by KingJackson there to put that fight into Post University's favor. As now, right after that fight, Moridin on Reaper for Post University has Reaper ult in hand. Dangerous ult, especially when everyone has to go to the point. You can just press Q pretty much at any time when there's people around. But he uses it a little bit more strategically here, as here comes the Die trying to get them weak before he uses it. And decides not to use it there. Smart play by Moridin there, not to use the Reaper ult, as he got in, did the Reaper attack from above, which big shotgun damage there into the backs of United States Naval Academy. Could have hit Q there, but decided not to use it and save it for another time. As it works out, as the gamble kind of works out there for Post University, as they are just continuing to put huge poke damage on United States Naval Academy between the Zarya beams and the Reaper shotguns right in the face of all players of United States Naval Academy. It is just not looking good for them at the moment, as Post University is keeping their foot on the gas here. The Eagles are soaring. They can almost taste the 7-0 regular season sweep here. They can taste the sweep of this map coming up, and they can also almost taste this victory. But they're gonna have to back up, as that Hammond ult from the Pikachu manages to find 1. Maybe they won't back up here. Maybe they'll actually just, yeah, they'll just let the ult reset there. Nice positional play. Post University doing a really nice job in this game to spread out during opposing teams' ults. Orbit coming in there from Jojo to fuel this push by Post University. Here comes the May ult by Numdoc, US Naval Academy here. And it does stop it indeed, as the US Naval Academy now right back in control of the robot. But Post University so close to that capture point. They only need about 10 more meters to finish this game. They're going to have to defend the point here until they can get control of it again. Moridin in the back trying to find an early pick. Can he find this pick onto the Brigida player? He can. Big plays by Moridin there. Ooh, and a great teleport shotgun right to the face of the Lifeweaver there. Kind of an unlucky play for Acrylical there. Didn't expect the Reaper teleport to be right in front of him. But Moridin will take it all day. As Post University now up 3, up 4 picks, and that's going to be a full team regroup for United States Naval Academy. So Post University here is going to take this robot all the way back to where they need it to be for another 10-meter push. And if they can complete this last 10 meters, it will mean a flawless regular season for the Eagles, a #1 seed playoff spot. And another very well played positionally played by DPS, healers, and tank for Post University. Honestly, all three roles have come to play this evening for Post University, especially Vero stepping up on the DPS role. Very impressed by her play tonight. Stepping up as usually designated healers. And oh, Moridin finds 3 with the Reaper. Oh, I didn't miss that one, pal. Triple kill from Moridin with the Die Reaper all and the Mythic skin, making it look oh so lovely. Post University now in full control here. All they gotta do now is push it another 5 meters to this capture point, and they will have themselves a flawless season and a #1 seed in the playoff spot. In a playoff spot here, #1 seed playoff spot. But United States Naval Academy not giving up here, as they have control of the robot, but it is in overtime again, so they have to remember now they cannot get off this objective. It cost them the entire round in Eichenwald when they stepped off point by accident in overtime. So hopefully for them, they can stay on point. Post University knows all they have to do is stop this push once, and they have themselves a flawless regular season. No ult in pocket right now for Post University, though, as the ult economy for the United States Naval Academy is a lot better at the moment. MultiKel, the only one very close to ult here, but finding a pick is Vero. This may be the opening the Post University needed. A big Graviton surge from MultiKel there. Unfortunately not finding any, but good speed boost back by KingJackson there to get his team out of harm's way from the Mayall and the Hammond balls there. Post University giving a little bit of ground, but not losing any players yet. They know they just have to win one team fight, and this flawless season is theirs. Finding 1 is MultiKel, finding 2 is Moridin. Here it comes, 3-2, and Moridin on an extra kill on the Reaper, and that's going to do it. Post University, the Eagles are soaring high with a flawless regular season in the NECC. Congratulations to the Eagles on a flawless regular season, making old esport players like myself proud, who have also played at Post University. Congrats, guys, on a flawless 7-0 regular season and a #1 seed in your group. And ladies and gentlemen, just like that, man, am I glad I got called to do this cast this game tonight. I wasn't on the schedule, but I am more than happy to do it because I love seeing that. I love seeing the Eagles get a 7-0 flawless season and a great #1 seed into the NECC playoffs. Congrats, Eagles. And also, very well played to the United States Naval Academy. They did not let the Eagles have that easily, and they almost stole a game, their map pick from them. But Post University able to come back 1% on both maps on map #1 there on Samoa and bring it back into their favor. And then the rest of the way, it seems like they kind of had a good snowball going. So, great positional plays there from the Eagles. Way to be synced up as far as just being in the team fights together. Noticed that the whole night. And also a big shout out to Vero, usually the main healer for Post University, stepping up into the DPS role tonight and getting some huge picks. So congrats to the Eagles on a flawless regular season. It was a pleasure to cast you guys during the regular season, and I wish you guys nothing but the best going into the playoffs. And that's going to do it for our matchup this evening, ladies and gentlemen. NECC Week 7 Post-University gets a clean sweep onto the United States Naval Academy 3-0, and that is your final map score here for the evening. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning into this main Post-University Esports channel broadcast tonight. I have been your Shoutcaster, DeadlyDrew, and as always, thank you so much to Post-University for allowing me to do this. This is an absolute pleasure, and I hope you guys are having just as much fun watching these games as I am casting them. I truly do still love collegiate and competitive Overwatch, and it is always fun to watch, especially a team that I've played for in the past do so well in the future. So, congrats to the Eagles, and good luck in the playoffs, in the NECC playoffs. Now, we will have more matches for you guys next week, so stay tuned here on the channel. And once again, thank you, Post, for allowing me to cast these games. I hope you all have a wonderful Friday evening and a wonderful weekend. Thanks for tuning in. And until next time, this is your Shoutcaster, DeadlyDrew, saying so long and have a good weekend. Good night, guys.